Where's you, Megan? I'm just yawning. Welcome back, fellow nerf herders, to our Star Wars Plus live reaction of The Bad Batch, titled
I Have a Bad Batch Feeling About This.
Last time, we watched the Bad Batch attempt to go hunt treasure. And it didn't turn out that well, because instead of treasure, they came across a giant super metal death mech, which I'm sure will in no way ever turn up ever again. But now we have a different mission to go on, and it is in the episode titled
Tribe.
And apparently, we get to see an old familiar face. A certain Jedi, if you will. Yeah, I won't lie, we kind of saw hints of spoilers for this episode. Not that, it was any mystery. They pretty much showed it in the teaser trailer. But all aside, I am glad to see this character again, because I have been genuinely curious as to what happened to them. Because they are kind of a rarity when you think about it in terms of Star Wars. So I always wondered, if they perished along with the other Jedi or if they somehow survived. But I guess we'll get our answer today. So let's get started and see what happens when we find a certain hidden Jedi. Play. Meanwhile, back in space, again.
Sid said the Vanguard Axis is notorious for illegal smuggling, so be ready for anything.
I wonder if we'll see any familiar smugglers.
You have the forgeries.
We got stuff, man.
We need to ascertain their viability.
That will not be necessary. I created these chain codes myself.
Your assurance is meaningless. Check each one.
Come on, boys. Frisk 'em.
6 hours later.
Something off about this place. I don't like it.
Like you have a bad feeling about it, maybe?
Oh. Oh. I hear a Wookiee.
No, you're hurting him.
Poor baby.
Do not interfere.
That's right, take his ass. Why is it that every time we see a Wookiee, they're being attacked by something?
They are, very heavily trafficked.
Poor
They're
things.
enslaved frequently.
God damn it.
Now we're even.
Not that way.
Omega, let's get back to the ship.
It's okay. He's a friend.
PTSD much?
Wait.
Problem.
Just rude.
The cause of that blaster fire is either Echo or Omega. Most likely Omega.
Look how predictable she's getting at this point.
Treachery is this.
Stay back.
The Wookiee is worth a great deal to our buyer. Alive. You can't smuggle living beings. For the right price, I can do whatever I want.
No, they can't.
Well,
Told you.
you were right.
Yeah, boy. I ain't just a Wookiee, I'm a Jedi Wookiee. Recognize.
So I guess that was one of the Padawans from that one episode.
Yeah, from the group of Padawans. Is that one of the few rare Wookiee Jedis you see in this series?
Why is he sitting back there alone?
Because he's scared.
And he's stuck on a ship with a bunch of clones who killed his kind. Bricks.
What's wrong?
He doesn't trust us.
Well, seeing how all clones were given an order to execute the Jedi, he has good reason to be cautious.
Exactly.
I'm sorry about what happened, but we are not like the other clones. You catch that?
He's been on the run since Order 66 and was attempting to reach the Wookiee homeworld of Kashyyyk before he was captured by those smuggling droids.
I'm not sure how you survived this long on your own.
Good question. I question what happened to the rest of the Padawans.
The Empire could have outposts there by now. We don't know if it's safe for him there.
He has a better shot with
With the
Wookiees.
Wookiees, yeah.
The Wookiees there should be able to help you. I've logged into the coordinates, and I'm picking up heavy smoke and deforestation.
Great.
Keep that laser sort hidden. It draws attention we don't want.
Yeah. I just do like going to Kashyyyk.
Especially during the holidays, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Do you remember anything about this planet?
took him basically when he was born. Oh God. What is that thing?
He says they will not attack unless we pose a threat.
Using the hippogriff method, I guess.
Guess he's able to commune with nature.
I mean, some Jedis can speak to animals.
Ezra.
Ugh, that's not good.
According to my telemetry, the village is straight ahead.
Amidst all that burning debris. This is gonna turn to like a save the rainforest type lesson here. That's unfortunate.
Tanks came through here. The Empire incinerated the entire village.
Big shock. Poor
They
baby.
destroyed our home too. Don't worry. We'll find your people.
Trandoshan's, and they have a Wookiee hostage. How did they get their hands on Imperial tanks?
The price is right.
Oh no.
Jeez. Oh, fuck's sake. What did we just say? Great, now they're gonna tell their superiors, and they're gonna tell their friends, and you just sold out the whole fucking planet.
Knock the fuck out.
So, free tank?
Transitions. No. Something bigger.
Those things are cool looking. Yay! The cavalry's here.
We came because Gunji was in trouble. Jedi or not, he's still a child. He needs his people. Lightsaber marks. Surviving Jedi. We need to notify Imperial. Notify
See?
Jedi first.
Fucking knew it.
Raise the jungle to its roots. 100 Wookiee bells to whoever finds the Jedi.
You know what would be funny? If one of the batch pretended to be the Jedi, just to get them off their trail.
No thanks. You don't know what you mean.
Yana's scouts are reporting a large convoy headed in this direction. She says to leave.
Hunter, the Wookiees were our allies for years. We have to do something. You don't have to do this alone.
You really shouldn't. But then again, they become targets themselves if they stay.
What are they doing?
They're asking the trees for help.
Talking to
I'm getting mad Avatar vibes right here.
Belongs to the trees.
I think in all lore, yeah, Kashyyyk is very similar to the jungle in Avatar. It's like the roots of the trees are just everywhere, and the trees are huge.
Trandoshan colony is closing in. The trees have planned. Right.
That's a line.
Even the trees walking this thing.
Dude, if they get up and start like walking around thrashing soldiers, that'd be awesome. Surprise, motherfucker! Dude. Great. I'm on fire! This is just like the Ewok battle in no Return of the Jedi when you think about it, just with Wookiees.
In fact, I think originally in Return of the Jedi, they were going to have the Wookiees instead of the Ewoks.
This is Chewbacca. Chewbacca lives on the moon of Andor, yet he is actually from Kashyyyk. That does not make sense. This jungle's on fire. It's actually good continuity here because I remember Genji's whole arc was that they had to learn to calm themselves. Now he's off to be devoured.
You know, I could get used to this.
You're practically a Wookiee yourself.
Yep. It's like a bald Wookiee.
Ooh.
You're both just kids. But they don't get to be. Not in this galaxy.
Too true.
As this child has found his new home, perhaps one day we all will find a new path.
Wishful thinking.
One far away from war.
Good luck with that.
Give it another few decades. Okay, that wasn't bad. At least it gives closure to what happened to one of the characters from Clone Wars. Because honestly, I always did wonder what happened to that group of Padawans, because they put a lot of focus on them for some reason. Especially given that they're characters we don't ever see in the movies or in Rebels or anything like that. I mean, it's fair to assume that they all died because of Order 66, but I like to think that, given how resourceful they were, they survived, but they were scattered. So at least we get an answer for Gunji here.
Freaking Wookiees, man, they're always so disrespected.
Yeah, I don't get why.
I mean, like, I can kind of see why they want to enslave them. They live a long time, they're very strong, and very hard to kill. I can see having them as labor or anything like that, but still, it's so sad that they keep getting screwed over and captured and everything. And it's been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, since the days of the old Republic.
One thing I'm glad that we didn't see in this episode, a Chewbacca cameo.
Yeah.
I am very glad they did not show that, because...
We do not need Chewbacca to represent all the Wookiees. I hated that about Episode 3. Chewbacca had no reason to be there. You had other Wookiees. It was just needless fan service.
Honestly, they didn't even need the Wookiee planet at all, when you think about it. It was just a destination for Yoda to be on, and it was a convenient place for him to survive the Order. But, yeah, like, the Chewbacca cameo was just totally needless. And even in Clone Wars, I felt it was needless, too. At least he did a lot more there. But yeah, I'm glad they didn't show that here, because like it would have taken away, because we already got Gunji back, and Gunji should be the focus, so I'm glad they kept it at that. But that being said, Gunji's kind of an idiot.
A little bit, but then again, he's young.
I know, he's young, and he's a Wookiee. He's automatically has that warrior instinct. But at the same time, he knows that he's a Jedi, and that makes him so much more sought after than just being a regular Wookiee. So you would think he'd know to sort of tone down the whole lightsaber thing, especially in the presence of soldiers.
When Order 66 happened, he's still a Padawan. He's
guess.
still very young. He hasn't gone through all the training yet. So clearly, he's not at the full mind of what a Jedi should be. He's not completely taught.
I know, but then it makes me wonder, how did he get as far as he did without being killed?
Survivalist instincts. He's a Wookiee. I'm sure they're very good at surviving when they need to.
I mean, look how many times Chewbacca's been captured and escaped. Dear God, he's unstoppable.
While all the pacifists or incapable Jedi and Padawan are getting ripped to shreds by the Republic, the Wookiee's instincts just kick in, and he probably tore up some clone troopers.
It's like, I'm glad, on the other hand, I feel bad for the clone troopers too.
I mean, the clone troopers are ultimately the biggest victims in all this.
Yeah. Well, we're already seeing more hints being dropped that they're probably going to go into more rescue works as opposed to the jobs that Sid gives them. Because clearly a lot of her missions are not panning out for them.
No.
They are so much more successful when they're actually, like, freeing people or saving lives and stuff, as opposed to actually doing smuggling and treasure hunting and any other sort of underhanded work here. You definitely can tell at some point they're going to be like, you know what, we should probably be doing this full time, because we're clearly much better at it than this other stuff.
Well, I mean, once the rebellion gets going, maybe.
I do wonder, though, because they were within view of some of those troopers. I wonder if anybody reported them back.
I mean, I don't necessarily know if they were part of the Empire. I think they were just, like, brutes going for resources and things.
Well, I don't mean the, what do they call them, Trandoshans? Or not just them, but you saw there were clone troopers there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Chances are, if anyone survived or anyone got a good look at who was shooting at them, that's their cover blown right there. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it was an interesting episode again just to see what became of a character from Clone Wars, but other than that, it kind of was a little slow, a little subdued.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was more of a visual fest than anything. We get to see, like, the deep jungles of Kashyyyk, which is something we very rarely see. So I can always appreciate it on that level.
Always like going to Kashyyyk.
Like I said, the way they designed it, like mad Avatar vibes. And I speak both the Blue People movie as well as The Last Airbender, because they honestly had the same exact tree in both franchises when you think about it.
I'll bet you anything that Pandora was based largely on Kashyyyk.
I believe it. I mean, turn the Wookiees blue, they're basically the Na'vi. So what's the next episode?
Next time, the clone conspiracy.
Ooh. Guess we're gonna see more clones defecting, probably forming their own unit to overthrow the Empire, led by Commander Cody. I mean, it was inevitable, let's face it. I still don't really see him surviving, though, given that we never see him in the other movies and stuff, but who knows?
Who knows?
We'll have to wait and see next time, so until then, I'm Kat MacBerrie.
I'm Doug MacBerrie.
And never underestimate a Wookiee. Wookiees will rip your arms off, and they'll have tons of fun doing so.
New strategy. Let the Wookiee win.
Yeah!